Evan, this is a board game show, and you know what that means, right?
We have to play a board game?
We got to play a board game. Yeah, that's right.
I'm in.
We've got a board game that Steve designed, so I'll let Steve go ahead with the rule.
Yeah, this board game is called Throw Your Co-Host Under the Bus.
That joke never gets old.
And BJ,
we're gonna play the Did You Know game brought to our friends Berkey over at Game Toppers LLC. He's a big friend of Southern Board Game Fest and Southern Board Game Fest. The tickets are on sale. We're about 1/3 of the way already with 4 months to go. So get your tickets now because we are going to sell out and we got a bunch of great prizes. So check that out at southerngamefest.com. And thank you, Berkey, for sponsoring us over at Southern Game Fest. So the Did You Know game, Evan, this is a game that's super simple. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. We're going to take the three of you. You are to know the answer. You may not know the answer, but fake it, right? I mean, you gotta convince Verla and Steve that you know this answer. I'm going to give you these questions, and then you give us this convincing answer, and Verla and Steve are going to have to decide if you're right or not. If they say you're right, and you are right, they get a point. If they disagree with you, though, and they're right, they get 2 points. So,
what if they disagree with me and I'm right?
They get no points.
But do I get points?
No, we're gonna rotate.
Right.
Is that how we did it, Steve? We're gonna rotate.
Yeah,
right?
I think we made it so that there was an equal number of questions.
Wait,
so
no. Last time we did give the person a point for getting the answer right.
Okay.
If Evan knows the answer, he should get a point, right?
Okay, sounds fair.
Sounds fair. Okay, good.
Yeah, I thought they did.
We're iterating. Is that how you say it, right? We're iterating like a designer.
Iterating, yeah.
Iterating.
We're meta-talking.
It's actually pronounced we're meting the Batoke.
That's right.
All right, and you know what? The chat crew, please play along with us because we want to see your answers. I need you to influence Verla and Steve and Evan when they come up with their questions. So, Evan, any questions about how this game is played?
I don't think so. I'll figure it out after the first round.
Good. That's the best way to do it. Pancake round.
Yep.
So the pancake round.
You'll try to break it in the first round if I know you. You'll try if I know the way you play games.
And these questions are going to be sort of related to you, Evan, so you'll enjoy that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 1 goes straight to Evan. We know that Portland celebrates a quirky fascination with the weird. Well, I don't know that because I've never been to Portland, but that's what ChatGPT tells me. So our old friend ChatGPT is back.
Yep. Our good friend ChatGPT.
Wait, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Evan, the answers may not be actually right. This is what ChatGPT tells
because
us.
It's from ChatGPT.
So you're trying to
but
figure
it'll
out
say
what
it convincingly.
Exactly. All right.
With our host Jumbo, is it?
We know that
Jumbo.
exactly. Jumbo and
Gumbo guy.
We know that Portland celebrates, but they did get who's the more popular host. ChatGPT got that right.
Daryl.
Right. We know that Portland's, they didn't mention the Gumbo Overlord, though. That's where they were wrong.
They failed. Epic fail.
Question number 1 for Evan. We know that Portland celebrates a quirky fascination with the weird, the wonderful, and the mythical. But they also like regular stuff, like donuts. Mm-hmm. Evan, tell us, what is the name of the most popular local donut shop in Portland, according to ChatGPT?
According to ChatGPT. Well, as you know, Portland is actually a sister city with New Orleans. So it's Voodoo Donuts.
Wow. Voodoo Donut Shop. He's I think he's playing to the host there with that answer by mentioning New Orleans. And you notice that I didn't say coffee shop because there's only one answer for the most popular coffee shop in Portland.
I mean, obviously. Rain or shine coffee house, please come on down anytime.
Right, exactly.
I was there last weekend. It's really great.
Ding, ding. That'll be $3 there, Evan.
Exactly.
So, all right, Kelly says voodoo, but she disagrees with ChatGPT. Verla, I'm going to leave it up to you first. Is Evan right about Voodoo Donut Shop being the most popular local donut shop in Portland?
Well, BJ, as Evan's fellow Oregonian, who's been to Portland many times, I'm also going to have to go with Kelly's answer, which ChatGPT is going to say Voodoo Donuts because they're so well known for a specific anatomically correct donut. But the real answer is Blue Star. which are foodie donuts, and they're amazing.
Mm.
And when we had ChuckCon up in the Portland area, ChuckCon 1, we had to, that was like, all right, I'm hosting my friends. They have to have Blue Star donuts because those are the best.
Steve, I think Verla did this on purpose. So Verla went with Evan to get the points, but threw out the answer that you should probably say.
No.
Blue Star.
Verla, you're saying voodoo to get the points.
That's what she's saying.
Exactly.
Or is she throwing you off because it's really
But
Blue
their
Star?
donuts are garbage.
Yeah. I think you're probably right, but I'm just going to stand against. I'm going to go with Blue Stars, the ones that have actually been in my mouth. And I say, I have a hard time thinking about how whatever they could do could be better than what I had. So I'm going to stand against and give what Verla wanted to give us her answer. I'm going to say,
Okay.
I'm going to say no.
Well, Steve, I have good news for you. Verla and Evan are right. It's Voodoo Donut Shop. Well, actually, the good news is not for you. That's for them. But still.
I have good news for you. You're losing.
So a point to Evan and a point to Verla. We started with an easy one, right, Evan? An easy one. She says it's the right answer and the wrong answer. Okay.
That's
Question
correct,
number 2.
Kelly. That's correct.
This one goes to fellow Oregonian, Verla. Verla.
Okay.
So Oregonians love their donuts, right? But which one is the most popular donut at the Voodoo Donut Shop? I'm going to give you 3 choices. Is it the Voodoo Doll, the Bacon Maple Bar, or the Okie Dokie?
You're not naming the one that's actually like their bestseller, but I probably can't say it on a family show.
It's
So
a family show here in Chat.
it's a family show. So
I know what I would name it if I could, but we might have to save that for the green room afterwards.
Yeah, we'll have
So we said the
that'll be Gumbo Live After Dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Voodoo one, maple bacon, and what was the other one you said?
The Voodoo Doll,
Okie dokie.
the Bacon Maple Bar, or the Okie Dokie?
That
A
is
tough one.
probably that is a tough one. And I feel like I do know this answer. And it's the maple bacon.
Maple bacon, she says. And sounds
There's
pretty
also a
convincing.
Voodoo here in the Eugene area where I live.
Okay.
And that's the one that is definitely the most popular in the Eugene store. Aside from the famous one that I can't say.
Is she right, Steve?
I'm going to go with her on that one because I know that a lot of different other donut sites like Duck Donuts and stuff do a maple bacon thing. I'm thinking that's going to be probably popular enough everywhere that it'll be popular there.
So you're going with,
I'm going to agree with Verla.
you're going to agree? Chat Crew, what do you think? Kelly says bacon maple. Evan, do you agree with Kelly or do you agree with Verla? What do you got?
Well, I think I have yet another low hometown advantage here. And I'm going to go with bacon maple.
Bacon maple.
I think
Interesting.
Verla's right.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's in
said-
the crew, and she's a Portlandian as well. What's she going to say besides yum?
I wonder what she says. Well, I am sorry. The answer is the Voodoo Doll, according to ChatGPT, is the most popular donut at the Voodoo Donut Shop. Did anybody get points?
No,
All right.
nobody got
No.
points.
All right, ChatGPT.
But you have good
You do you.
news for me. I'm still losing.
I have good news for you. You didn't lose any points in relation to them this round.
True.
Question number 3, a chance for Steve to get a point and to pull. Here we go. We know that Portlandians, is that how you say it? Portlandians?
Mhm.
Portlandians love their donuts, but that's not all they love, Steve. Did you know that Portland loves major bridges? It's the devil. It's the devil with the B. It's the devil, Bob.
Yes.
Okay, we know they love donuts, but that's not all they love. Did you know that Portland loves major bridges too? We're talking substantial major bridges. So that begs the question, though, Steve, a question for you. Which place has more major bridges over water? Portland or Long Island?
Major bridges over water? Does ChatGPT let me look up what you mean by major bridges?
Mom isn't invited to go after dark.
All right.
Sorry, Kelly.
Alora, you're welcome. Come on by. I am going to say that the major
Long Island has a lot of
you're
bridges.
saying- yeah, but Long Island has a couple of bridges over some major waterways, and that doesn't mean that there's a lot of crossing of rivers. So I'm going to say that Portland probably has more, depending on whatever you call major bridge. I mean, you know, but I'll say Portland probably has more bridges than.
All I can tell
Long
you is
Island
it was
does.
in caps. Does that help?
Oh, it was in caps? No, it doesn't help.
No.
All
All right,
thank you for that.
Evan, I put Steve to the screws on this one because I threw in Long Island.
Because
You
it's
guys
unanswerable.
live in
you mean.
Oregon. So which one is it? Portland or Long Island?
Well, I know so much about Long Island.
That's the
that
correct pronunciation.
I have no idea. So I'm gonna go with Portland having more and Long Island maybe having like 3 major.
So Dean, he's joning me about my pronunciation of Long Island, I think. But he's saying, what a question. Portland has more bridges over troubled waters. I'll give him that. Berta,
Like a bridge.
do you agree with Evan? Do you agree with Steve? What do we got?
I
Long Island.
Long Island.
Yes. Yes.
I
Silent,
think
title of the show.
silent movie star, Long Island and Long Island Jr.
Long Island.
I'm gonna go with Portland.
Portland. Okay.
Portland has more bridges.
I'll give up
troubled waters, which
Okay,
I
so
appreciate Dean for bringing that into the mix because that was what was playing in my head.
It is Portland. Portland has, but I'm not going to say. Does anybody have a guess as to how many major bridges they have over water?
I think it's
In
7.
caps? In caps?
In caps. Yeah, in caps.
Major. Depends
Major
on what you mean
bridges.
by major. I'm gonna go
Yeah. I think it's got to be double digits with going back and forth across rivers.
Oh,
and
she's
stuff.
got
I
it.
would
She
just
stole
say.
it from
It
y'all.
says
It's
12.
12. 12
Wow.
major. So
I-
Chicago has a bunch of bridges, but they're all, a lot of them are just little
Small
2-lane
parallel.
Yeah, just little parallel roads, basically
Mhm.
parallel bridges. But they have
Mhm.
spans, and that's what they're talking about. Those Long Island has a bunch of spans, but some of them actually don't even cross water. Some of them go over areas. You know what I
Yes.
mean? If we want to
Yes.
understand. So
And
It's
also,
not a
if you're
bridge,
talking
that's
about Long
an
Island, everybody would say that Queens and Brooklyn aren't officially Long Island. They're only talking to if it's New York City, that's not really part of Long Island, even though it's on the island itself.
yeah. So Evan, I'm a big fan of bridges in every song. So try to include one if you can. So
Okay, you got it.
I love the bridge, the turnaround, whatever you want to call it. So we're
Take
going to
it
do
the
this
bridge.
3-4 time on 3. All right, Evan, here we go. So question number 4, Evan.
Okay.
Portland is
Yes.
home to Portland Gamecraft, one of the top board game design partnerships in Oregon, according to ChatGPT.
Yes. Okay.
After the Empire boasts an impressive 7.5 average rating on BGG.
Mhm.
But what about the weight? Steve talked about the weight. Within 0.1 of a digit, what is the average weight rating, no cheating, on BGG right now for After the Empire?
My guess is it's about 9 pounds. 9 pounds.
Wait, is that the Kickstarter edition or just the regular edition? Come on, man.
No, I'm gonna go 3.18.
3.18.
Okay.
Dean says 3.2.
I was going to say like 3.29. And so if he's within 1.1, a tenth of a point?
Yes, within 0.1, he's got to be within a tenth of a point. So, for instance, if it was 1.5 and he said 1.41, he would be within a tenth of a point. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
And Dean's trying to influence the crew here. So, Verla, it's up to you. Is the designer of the game, how well does he know the weight of After the Empire? He says 3.18.
3.18.
I trust him.
3.18.
Really?
3.18.
Well, considering I haven't played it myself, I'm gonna have to.
So you have to trust him. Okay.
I have to.
Steve,
You
what do
better
you
know
think?
what he's talking about.
Jeez, Dean is killing me here. Because Evan said 3.18, and the first number that jumped into my mind was 3.29. 1.1 above.
Oh yeah, that means that you think Evan's wrong, and that's 2 points if you're right.
It would be, and I'm
Put you back
behind.
in
So
the
I'm going to
game.
go ahead and say that. I'm already losing.
Oh, and look,
I'm gonna.
Kelly's going lower. Kelly's saying it's 3.1. So you would really be right.
Yeah.
Kelly
Well,
has played it.
but if he says 3.17, 3.1 would be within 1.
But that is true.
0.1.
That is true. Yeah.
So
No, I'm saying
I'm-
if oh yeah, it's true. It would be within 1. That's right.
Yeah. So Evan, I'm gonna try. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my gut and say just no. I think it's different, but it'll probably
You win
give me
against
more
the
good news
designer.
from BJ.
I love this. He went against the designer. I am sorry, Steve. I have
Contrarian.
good news
He
for
gets
you.
the
No, I have good
contrarian
news for you,
points.
Steve.
I'm losing
Berla
still.
and Evan were right again.
Okay, that's perfect.
Good news.
It's 3.18. He hit it on the nose.
Wow.
So before we go to the
I knew I
last
should
question,
check them.
Evan, did you guess or did you know it was 3.18?
I knew. I
Oh, you
already
did?
knew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. I
Mhm.
tried to be clever, Steve, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
he's not going to remember the exact weight of the game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so question number 5. And this one's a little bit different, Evan. What we do is it's called the rank 'em part
Okay.
of Did You
Oh,
Know?
no.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to give you what ChatGPT ranked as a certain category. I'm going to give you 5 words, but I'm only going to give them to you one at a time. And all 3 of you have to commit as to where you rank these. And I'll give you a
Mhm.
point for every one of these that you get exactly right. Okay.
Mhm.
So if we were
Okay.
talking board games about medieval empires and you had After the Empire number 1, ChatGPT would have to have it number 1. Okay.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
And I got ChatGPT to randomize these. So I'm not even looking at the actual results so that my face doesn't give it away. All right.
Okay.
I asked our old friend, friend of the show,
Good buddy.
ChatGPT,
Good buddy, GPT.
our good buddy ChatGPT. And y'all don't understand how much I hate AI too, but I'm just using because it does all this random crazy
Same.
stuff. Somebody was talking about a game today, and I took a look at it. It's called Cattlers of Satan.
Oh yes.
I saw that.
I saw that photo.
So we are all laughing about it, and I'm like, oh, good on this guy for doing it. And then I'll look on the Kickstarter project, and the entire thing is AI art. I was good
Of
on him
course.
for saying it,
course.
but I was still mad. No. So anyway,
Yeah.
I asked ChatGPT, our old buddy ChatGPT, to give me the 5 most popular bones in the body. The most popular bones in the body, ranked from 1 to
Okay.
5 in terms of. I
Correct.
told you this would have to do with Evan because he's a healer.
Mhm.
So they're
Yep.
they're I just saw Steve's face. Okay, so they're ranked from 1 to 5 in terms of cultural significance.
Cultural significance.
So
Whose culture?
We're talking pop music, books, movies,
Okay.
Okay.
culturally significant. I gotta hold it together. Come on, culturally significant. If Evan, you're an actor. What do I have to do to get this back? Okay, so I got it. Take 2. Cultural
It's
significance range from 1 to 5. Are we ready? Do we understand the rules of this dumb game? All right, number 1. Random order of bones in cultural significance. Number 1 is ribs. So write down 1 through 5 where you would rank it, but don't tell us what it is. Okay, don't tell us your ranking.
Okay.
Dean's already trying to influence the judges here. Number 2. Oh, y'all have it slotted?
Yeah.
Ribs?
Yes.
Mhm.
Berla? Okay. Number 2, Dean is actually right. He must be throwing this up on ChatGPT. It's skull. Skull is number 2. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
Number 3, femur or femur. Femur. I was trying to make our friend Chris from France happy there, Evan. So, femur.
Yeah.
It's probably
Femur bone.
ecstatic. Ecstatic.
Exactly. Number 4. Are we ready for number 4?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Spine. Spine.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, you know as a practitioner that the spine is a bone, right? Yeah, it's a singular bone.
Yes, it's one single contiguous.
So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Correct.
absolutely. So
The bone.
I'm really good at what I do.
Do
Yeah.
not fight the hype at that, Steve. Do not fight the hype at that, counselor. Number 5 and the final one. Hopefully you guys have a nice juicy spot for, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, the pisiform.
Pisiform, but you can say
Pisiform.
pisiform.
Okay.
I think if you're in England, you can say pisiform. I could be wrong.
Pisiform. Okay. Or France.
It means pear-shaped.
The pisiform.
Yep.
All right. Do we have them all done?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So here we go. 5 most popular bones. Starting with the bottom. Number 5. Any guesses?
I've got pisiform in 5.
So do I.
I do not, but I have pisiform batocca in the middle.
It's the
I only have the
pisiform.
middle.
Pisiform is number 5. All right. So number.
All right.
Oh yeah, Dean, you could play along. See if you can score any points for this one. He does have pisiform. No, he has it at number 3. Kelly has it at number 5. But number 4 is femur. Femur.
Yep.
Number
Got
3, ribs.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
I would have thought that would have been number 2.
I
Don't you
mix
think?
those two up.
Yeah, I would have thought number 2.
Yep.
Number 2 is spine, and number 1, of course, is skull. Yeah, it's everybody got
switched
that
those.
one. Culturally significant, right? I mean, it's in music, it's in culture, it's in traditions. So skull, spine, ribs, femur, pisiform. How we doing the points?
I got 3.
of 5.
Well, I don't know what other people have. You got 3, Verla?
3 of
Bro
5.
got
Yeah.
3 on that one.
3.
Evan got 3 on that one. Steve, you
Yep.
got 2, I
Okay.
guess.
I got 1.
1, only 1. Okay.
Only 1. Which means we have a tie. Do you have a tiebreaker, BJ?
The Gumbo Overlord should win the tiebreakers, right, Evan?
You know the rules, Steve. You know how
That's
this
correct.
goes.
That's
Oh, I
correct.
know, the only rule that I know is that BJ loses. Have we formalized the Gumbo Overlord wins?
Well,
We have.
If
if
We
I
made a
remember
blood
right,
pact. You don't
Alora
remember
got.
this?
Alora said there was 12 bridges, and Alora is more closely related to Verla than Evan is, as far as I can tell. So,
But we haven't done the DNA testing yet.
This is true.
Right.
and that is our game, the Did You Know game, presented by our friends at Game Toppers LLC. Don't forget, Evan, make your game nights a showstopper when you play on a Game Topper. All right, board gamers, that's it for another episode of Gumbo Live. I want to thank my guest, Evan from Portland
I
Gamecraft.
found the photos if you want to see the photos before
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Yes.
show us up.
Yes, we do.
Okay, how
How does
do I do it? Present, share screen. Do I have to pick which one?
See if you can throw it up. I left you a little place. Did that work?
How do I do it? Oh, window. There we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's one.
He's gonna accidentally show us his. Oh, here we go. Okay. Wow.
There's
This is a
number
Gumbo
one.
first time. Oh, look
wow.
at this.
He
You
does
really
have
did
it.
And it's in front of one of the bridges.
And this one, there's a better one. Okay, that's number 1. You ready for
Okay.
number 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring
Okay.
it.
How do I get out of here?
That
Okay,
was
let me,
great, man.
Number 2. This one's
Steve,
even
that was the
better.
marble shot.
Mhm.
Share screen. Window.
Please tell me there's a Dawson's Creek in the rain shot. Yeah, please.
There you go.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Those
There you
shoes
go.
are very shiny, Evan.
Yep.
Yes.
Those are the shiniest shoes. Oh wow.
That's,
Jack, you're really getting a benefit here tonight with the Gumbo. What is this? Is this the After Dark show? Or are we starting
guess
After Dark show?
Yeah. But the,
All right,
but the
you-
mouth is closed. It's not recognizable as Evan. It's not.
You
All right,
have
that's
to
all you
tell.
get.
What,
That's all you
what's the story behind this? Before we let you go, what's the story behind that?
just when you're doing stuff and you're working with photographers and they just give you all kinds of ideas of what they want to have a photograph of, and sometimes you end up in some superhero poses. What are you gonna do?
All right. Kelly says she thinks she pulled a muscle, but
I think she did.
or she might have pulled a muscle just looking at the photo. So if people have any questions about how to do the marble pose or about your projects that are coming up,
Yes.
how can they find you? Where can they reach you?
They can find me on Facebook, Evan Halbert on Facebook. Yeah, come and find me. We can talk about all the great stuff that's coming up. Wildwood, 25th Century, Beth Sobel art. I've got that Trick Taker game, Bah Humbug, exclamation points after Bah and Humbug.
Right.
Trick Taker game in there, and a bunch of other games, plus City of Ruins.
Is Wildwood the one that you and I play tested years ago with the beautiful art from Beth Sobel?
Yep.
Okay, but back then you were just kind of roughing it out, trying to make something out. But it's coming. And Kelly says you got a mountain game.
Oh, the
coming?
mountain game, Mountain God's Revenge.
Game.
That is still unsigned.
That's so
hey,
sad.
Publisher. Look, you got all these people
Publish
loving
the
it.
mountain
Come on,
game.
Publisher.
It's awesome.
It is a blast. I don't know why nobody wants
Super
it.
fun.
Yeah.
So 25th Century
It's
Games
different.
though is doing Wildwood.
Doing Wildwood, yep.
Oh, that's great. Well, Chad and I get along really well, so I want to get a copy so I can make sure we stream it. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I like all his games fit perfectly for our channel because he loves these games that are 20 to 40 minutes, an hour at the most. They're always gorgeous. Their production is out of this world. So I think the world of Chad. So great. Good on you for getting 25th Century Games there. That's awesome.
I'm excited about it.
That's exciting.
Well, speaking of Facebook, make sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo, and our YouTube channel. It helps us to get the word out about all of our upcoming shows, including no show next week because Evan and Berla and me and Mick and Starla and Grant Lyon and Daryl Andrews and Philip Millman and Nick and Dre from New Orleans, half the city, the Newmans, Patrick and Cindy Newman, Woody from Hutchu Games. We're gonna see so many of our friends down there, except for Steve. We're not gonna see Steve this time, but Steve is going to be covered for us at PAX U, hopefully.
Nice.
Yep. And Evan, are you going to PAX U?
No.
No. So we'll see. So no show next week. No Twitch show because we'll be doing a show. Hopefully, Verla and I will be doing a Gumbo Live. I forgot to tell you this. Verla, Logan's bringing his equipment, and so we're going to do a little Gumbo Live podcast.
That's so
Fancy.
exciting.
Great. If only we could find a game designer that we know that would come sit with us on the podcast. So
I can't think of anybody that would want
I remember, catch us on Twitch, twitch.tv/BoardGameGumbo every other Tuesday night where we play your games live on Twitch. I'm BJ from Board Game Gumbo. And for Steve and Berla, I want to thank Evan for coming on the show. Until next time, laissez les bon temps rouler.
everybody.
Nice hair in that first photo.
I used to have hair.
Yeah, I know the feeling.